Mastering the racing line is one of the most important skills in racing. It's not just about being fast, it's about being efficient, smooth, and controlled through every corner. The racing line is the optimal path around the track, and it helps maintain the highest possible speeds while keeping the car balanced. Anyway, if you want to shave seconds off your lap times and drive like a pro, you've come to just the right place. The racing line has three key parts: the entry, the apex, and the exit. The entry is where you begin turning into the corner. The apex is the tightest point of the turn. And the exit is where you start straightening out and accelerate. Hitting these points correctly is the secret to maintaining speed and control, which is what gives you the faster minimum speed. Sticking to the racing line keeps your car balanced. When you're on the line, you're braking less, accelerating earlier, and maintaining speed through the corners. If you drive off the line, you'll either brake too much, lose speed, or struggle to keep the car under control. And over a full lap, it can add up to seconds lost. An example of how going off the racing line affects you is this clip right here. This is a Porsche Cup race, and I'm P4 at the moment. The guy in front of me loses balance in his car, as seen by the little wiggle his car does at the exit of the corner, which gives me an opportunity to drag race him up the hill and fight. I didn't know how close or far away he was from me, and since I wasn't paying attention to the corner, I went very wide, which gave him the inside line to pass me. This is a really good example of why staying on your line is important, and if you go off the racing line, you are immediately compromised. If you get either the entry, the apex, or the exit even a little bit wrong, you are compromising the whole corner, because they all depend on each other. So it is really important that you practice staying on the racing line and make sure that you learn the racing line in every track you drive in. If you're just starting out, use the racing line already in the game to help you understand the basic path around the track. Follow it and get comfortable with the flow of each corner. Over time, you'll learn to adjust the line based on the car, track, and your driving style. All of the pro drivers in both sim racing and in real life racing spend the first couple laps or even hours just learning the track. Having a good understanding of the track will give you that extra advantage over everyone around you, which is why knowing the racing line is really important. After you follow the built-in racing line in the game, we recommend that you do some practice laps with the racing line off. The racing line is only meant to help you learn the track, but not something you should follow, let's say when you are trying to pass someone or in an official race. If you do follow the racing line, you might not be as quick as everyone else, or you might just not be able to pass anyone. Everyone makes mistakes while learning the racing line, but the common error is turning in too early, which I'll be completely honest, I still make sometimes because it's just instinct to turn in sooner. But the more you drive, the more you will understand how the different and professional line actually makes you go faster. Because turning in too early forces you to slow down mid-corner and kills your exit speed, you do the opposite, which is turning in too late, you miss the apex. This one pushes you wide and makes it harder to get back on the line, which is basically what happened to me in this example which we saw earlier, so make sure this one doesn't happen. Another thing to consider is that not all corners are created equal. Some high-speed turns require a completely different approach than slow chicanes. Sometimes you will even have to sacrifice the optimal line through one corner to set up for a better exit, and most times having a better exit allows you to gain more speed on the straight and hopefully pass someone. An example of this would be the really long right-hander in Spa, also known as Bruxelles. I probably mispronounced that, but this corner especially is really difficult because there's multiple ways you can take this corner, and sometimes it just depends on the driver and the car. Corner similar to this one is the final turn in Monza, which is basically the same, but this one there's a lot of jeopardy. You could get it completely wrong and be really slow on the really long straight, or get it perfectly and pass everyone on the long straight. Mastering the racing line takes practice, but once you nail it, the results are undeniable. Every lap you spend perfecting your technique will bring you closer to that perfect racing line. So, get on the track and you will see an improvement. I would appreciate it if you did hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.